Most people mistakenly think that life will pay you according to the amount of value that you create. But if you create a large amount of value at a lower level, you're just going to be more broke and more tired. But you can produce less volume of value at a higher level and make way more money. What's the lowest level of value? The lowest level of value is implementation. The reason this is true is because wealth is spiritual in its essence. It is not materialistic in its essence. You've been taught your whole life. This is one of those erroneous things that we bought into. This is one of those lies that we believe that we protect because of where we got it from. We believe that thinking about wealth is too materialistic. But working hard for a little bit of money is way more materialistic than starting a business that serves more people. It's way more materialistic. I'll prove it to you in a minute. The amount of money you're going to make when you're down here on this implementation level is going to be somewhere between minimum wage and maybe $80,000 a year. You're going to make minimum wage if you're making tacos at Taco Bell. You're going to be making $80,000 a year if you're working on a Rolls Royce or Mercedes or a Bentley or some high-level car and you're a mechanic. These are the resources you're using. You're using your muscles. Let me ask you a question about muscles. Are they a spiritual resource or physical? They're a physical resource. And you're using your muscles over time. Is time an unlimited resource or a limited resource? So we're using a physical resource times a limited resource, and we're seeking to produce an unlimited result. It's not possible. It's like attempting to turn water into oil or oil into water. They're different components. So if you are at the implementation level, it doesn't matter how hard you work down here. It's interesting. Like I just stayed at the Nobu Hotel in Atlanta last week, and we had 3 rooms. I don't remember how much it was. I was going to say how much it was a night, but I don't remember. Let's just say it was $370 a night. The hardest working people in that hotel are the housekeeping staff. The people who make the least amount of money in the hotel is the housekeeping staff. You feel badly for them, and it's like, that's not fair. It doesn't matter if it's fair. Life ain't fair, but it's there. And the reason they make a little bit of money is because they're using their muscles over time. And it doesn't matter what you use your muscles over time to do, you are limiting the amount of money you can make. So you elevate and you move up to the next level, which is unification. And in this level, you're going to make somewhere between $40,000 a year and $250,000 a year. And on this level, the resource you're using your management skills to make money. But you're actually performing a higher spiritual activity than doing the thing yourself. You're actually managing a bunch of people to produce the result. Well, managing people requires a higher level of spiritual acumen and social acumen and just patience and acumen in general than doing the thing yourself. Wealth does not start to be created like wealth. I'm not talking $20,000 a month, $30,000. I'm talking about like big money, $50,000, $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 a month. $500,000 a month, $1 million a month, $3 million a month. That money starts to be made above the line. On the low end, really bottom low end, you're going to make $100,000 a year. High end, literally could make hundreds of millions of dollars a year. Hundreds of millions? Yes, hundreds of millions. On the low end, you might sell cars. On the high end, you might be an A-list actor, an A-list singer. Somewhere in the middle, you might be an author or a salesperson or a blogger or a podcaster. Somewhere in the middle. And this level is called communication. And on this level, the resource we use our mouth to make money. Here's what's amazing. It doesn't seem fair. You're gonna make between $100,000 a year and $100 million a year using your mouth. There's a caveat. You have to have a mouth. Here's the hard part. You must learn how to use it. And the only thing most people use their mouth for is to proclaim words that throw rocks on the path of their progress. This is where the fortunes start to be made. Wait a minute, Myron, are you telling me that a person who writes a book one time and sells a bunch of those books every month is going to make more than somebody who's out in Florida in the middle of the summer putting on a roof when it's 97 degrees outside in Tampa? Yes, a lot more. This is so crazy. I wrote this book in 2006. This book makes me between $5,000 and $12,000 a month every month. I haven't read it since 2007 probably, but I don't get paid when I read it. I get paid when I sell it. I wrote this book in 2021. 3 years ago this book came out.